Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons of why we invested in hyperbaric oxygen therapy for my son. And we are doing the hard chamber that goes into deeper pressures and has been recommended to be more effective, apparently, for autism. And that's the first thing, is the research that I did. So I knew about it for probably over a decade, but when we finally came to terms with Joshua having autism back in 2022, I immediately went down to visit my colleague, Dr. Lisa Marsh, here in Palm Harbor, Florida. She gave me a book and, just talked to me. And she was a proponent of oxygen therapy, and just obviously there's a lot of great things for autism, but so I looked a lot of peer-reviewed journal articles. I just did a lot of research. So I knew that this was very effective for cognitive function and for a lot of the things, memory, and some of the things that he has. My son, again, has autism type 2. He's been diagnosed with learning disabilities. His working memory is awful. ADHD, so all of that. So that research coupled with what he has going on, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. So the second thing was my colleagues, right? I talked to you about Dr. Lisa Marsh, and just many of my natural health and holistic colleagues recommended this for long COVID. Like, there's just a lot of benefits to it, to the brain, to the body, like so much, cancer, and the list goes on and on. So in my research, had a lot of colleagues who were for it. And then thirdly, and kind of most recently, we did some genetic testing with genomics analysis, genomic labs, I believe. And that was very eye-opening to see that his body does not use oxygen very effectively. The heme part of what he has going on, and the inflammation that his body has because certain SNPs he has in his genetic code. Not all of that is homozygous, meaning like it's, how to explain it, like it's not, some of it isn't all very bad, but when your body has more inflammation, some of those genes can turn on or turn off. And what that led to is that we were seeing a lot of changes, especially as he was going through puberty, and just a lot of difference in his mood, his mental health, anxiety. Like, it's just, I mean, this is kind of gross, but kind of like a pimple that is exploding lately. And it's been really bad. So that's kind of the fourth reason, is that we're just at that point where we learned through his genetic testing, because I have always been a natural health person, never wanted to use any medicines, but I even got to that point where we had tried some and they were not effective and or had really bad side effects. And through the genetic testing, we learned why. He is not a candidate for stimulants. That is not a good thing to put him on. And that's why I really am going to encourage you for genetic testing, and to look into that as well. And I even got, I even am a natural health wellness practitioner who can do those genetic testings now too, because I feel like they're such a good tool for everyone to have and to know. So the research, my colleagues, the genetic testing, how bad it got. And this happens a lot too for people who are going through cancer, or maybe they have a terrible burn or skin condition, or they have a wound that won't heal. It kind of like you get to that point where it's so bad, it's like, okay, yes, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And for us, it wasn't just that things are kind of not so good. They are good. I don't want to speak that, but it's that sometimes because of its cost, and it's cost prohibitive, that people will wait till that point and then they'll do anything, right? They say that people spend I don't know what the saying is about health, and then you spend your wealth to get your health back. So, and then the last reason, and maybe I'll have a bonus here too, is that it's actually here. It's here in my town. And if you know the story of how we even ended up in Florida, it is my son's story, is a lot of that. God told me there was something here in Florida for my son. And ooh, I just had an epiphany on that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I always thought it was the school that we were accepted into. In this town in Zephyr Hills, there is a school they call the Academy of Spectrum Diversity, that my son wasn't even accepted in when we decided to move here. We moved here on faith and just believing. But literally, like a block away is this clinic, this hyperbaric clinic. So I had always seen it and kind of thought, oh, we have to try that. Didn't understand that you have to go, a lot of times for it to be most effective for your child. And so I just feel that that's a God thing. So the fifth reason is that we are doing this because I think God put us here, and he put us here for such a time as this, and he put that clinic here for us. So that's my reason as well. And the last thing I'll say too, which just, and again, I know a lot of families can't afford this and stuff like that, but years ago, I made a leap of faith and started working in a network marketing company that I'm very happy with. It's natural health, and it's in alignment with my values and all that. And it helped me to pay off my student loan bills. It helped me to pay off a lot of debt, to be able to move across the country when my husband got a job opportunity. That just, it's opened up a lot of doors. And this, because I've worked it consistently for these years, I have the flexibility to invest into my son without it crushing our family. So financially. So that's kind of the bonus. And if you are in that place where you need to find some extra income too, I'd love to talk to you about what I did. And maybe it may not be able to afford your hyperbaric treatments right away, but it may be able to afford some good nutrition or supplements or the organic foods or, whatever that is as well. So those are my reasons. Again, research, my colleagues, genetic testing, because things got, the point that we really needed to do this. And then finally, our kind of God story of the clinic being right, literally 7 minutes away. So please let me know. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel and follow our journey along the way. All right. Bye-bye.